The battlefield landscape in eastern Ukraine has significantly worsened in recent days. In a social media post on Saturday, Commander-in-Chief of Ukraine's armed forces, Colonel General Alexander Syrsky, said the situation on the Eastern Front has deteriorated as Russia intensified its effort to gain more Ukrainian territory. Mark Voiger is a defense expert with the Center for European Analysis. He says Ukraine needs even more ammunition now, as Ukrainian forces are barely able to hold the front.
Unfortunately, Ukraine doesn't have enough ammunition to shoot back, and therefore the situation now is a bit pessimistic, especially given the delays, the shameful, I would say, politicking in the Congress of holding the promised $60 billion that are vital for the survival of Ukraine.
Faced with shortage of soldiers and ammunition, the Ukrainian parliament last week passed a long-debated bill that will make it easier to identify men who are eligible for the draft. In early April, Ukraine lowered the conscript age from 27 to 25. Officials have expressed concern about Ukraine's ability to keep fighting on the front line and across its territory.
I see what's going on with the Kharkiv and Sumy region, and that's the biggest, I would say, scare. And I'm afraid of they can attack on that direction.
And she expressed concern about Russia's increase to attack Ukraine's critical infrastructure.
That would be enough just to destroy totally the infrastructure, energy, and say water supplies, gas supply station, and so on. That would be enough, and people have to leave Kyiv then, because that's the children, that's the schools, that's their jobs, works, and so on and so on.
Former Education Minister Anna Novosad and her foundation Save Ed are working to rebuild schools. She says even under constant threats, Ukrainians are undeterred.
No one is going to give up. People are still defiant, and people are defiant about defending their country. And the polls show that a lot of Ukrainians, the prevailing majority of Ukrainians, are not ready to give up an inch of territory for any compromises that might be there on the table.
Adrian Bonenberger is a U.S. veteran who trained Ukrainian defense forces at the beginning of the full-scale invasion. He expressed concern about waning U.S. support and Ukraine's future.
I think what will happen is Ukraine will retreat more. They will have to fight more on the defense. Many more soldiers will die. Ukraine will keep fighting because for them they have to. Russia just wants to kill Ukraine and destroy it, and destroy Ukrainians. For America, as an American, another really bad thing that will happen is people will lose trust and faith in America. People will say that America's word doesn't mean anything. It left Afghanistan, it's abandoning Ukraine.
Some U.S. lawmakers argue America should prioritize domestic matters like border security over the war in Ukraine. Miroslava Gongadze, VOA News, Kyiv.